I submitted a problem to the developer community saying that there was no way to specify options to be given to CTest, and I was asked to send in some more information like screenshots. Just made this video to illustrate it. This is using the CMake open folder option, which is a new option in Visual Studio 2017. The CMake lists file, in there the enable testing tells CMake to look for the add test function both in the current directory and in those below it. The add test function, the first argument is the test name, the second is the executable to run. In the CPP file, by default, CTest considers programs with an exit code of 0, meaning that they pass, and non-zero ones to mean that they fail. And this is the output of CTest. We see that it failed, but we don't get any output. Specifically, the test fails, it's because line, where presumably a real unit test would give us something useful. Visual Studio hasn't done anything wrong here yet. If we go to a developer command prompt, we can run CTest and see that we get the same exact output in Visual Studio. But CTest has a lot of options. One of them is output on failure, and you'll see there that our line test fails. It's because it shows up now. It's not filtered out. If we run the executable directly, then we see that output that we're looking for. Now, I didn't use an actual unit test framework. I wanted to show that this is a Visual Studio CTest issue, not specific to a framework, but we can look at a framework situation. We add the include directories. Catch is a header-only library. The catch config main tells catch to make our main function. And then we declare test cases, requires just like an assert. And like before, running CTest shows a failure, but if this was more complex and if we had multiple requires, we wouldn't know why. If we manually run CTest, we see the same thing. And again, if we run output on failure, we now see the useful output from catch. And if we run the unit test program directly, we still see that output. There's an easy way. Well, before I go to that, I'll show CTest with help. There's all of these CTest options with no way, at least that I'm aware of, to use any of these options through Visual Studio's open folder command. So there's an easy way for Visual Studio to give access to these options. There's already in change CMakeSettings, which opens up the CMakeSettings.json file. There's already a build command arguments, which is passed to MSBuild, and a CMake command arguments, which is passed to CMake. Why not add a ctestCommandArgs? It fits perfectly right here, and it would let the user select whatever they wanted to use without having to add a big interface to Visual Studio for all the options that they'd have to maintain as CTest added options in the future.